everyone, and welcome to your holiday edition of the Kingsport Chamber Zone. He's my good friend, co-host, and favorite elf, Bob Feegans with the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce.
And she's my good friend, co-host, and our favorite Christmas reindeer, Laura Still, who's a superb attorney with the law firm. I know it's Christmas. I'm in a good mood.
Is that what it is?
With the law firm of Hunter, Smith and Davis. And I'm in a good mood because it is Christmas. It's the holiday season. We're here at a Kingsport Chamber holiday after hours, and we're here at one of our favorite places in Kingsport, one of the frequent stops on the Kingsport Chamber Zone circuit, the award-winning MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center.
And MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center certainly has a lot of things to be excited about. 2008 was another record-breaking year for the resort. 2009 promises to be just as good. They've announced a $30 million expansion. We are so excited to have two of MeadowView's top officials on the show tonight to tell you all about the great things happening here.
There's a lot happening here at MeadowView. It's also preparing for the big show coming Friday, February 6, 2009.
Are we doing another Chamber Zone?
No, we're not talking about one of our own location shoots, but the largest chamber annual dinner in the galaxy, Kingsport's social event of the year. Of course, if you haven't heard, it's your Kingsport Chamber 62nd annual dinner.
What is that?
I can't believe anyone who hadn't heard, especially if you ever watched this show. But it is set for Friday, February 6th. Another big night of great entertainment is planned. The largest annual dinner in the nation. Nearly 1,500 people expected to be in attendance. It's going to be great food, great fun, great entertainment. Two of the MCs for the event, or the MCs for almost like 20 years now, Smith and Sara Diamond with WJHL News Channel 11 will join us in just a bit to preview the big night.
And keeping along the theme of all the great things happening here in Kingsport, we will have your Kingsport Chamber Zone resident expert on Kingsport, Jeff Fleming, who is the Assistant City Manager, and the Chamber CEO, Miles Verdine, to come on the show and talk to us about the record-setting retail sales tax that we had in 2008, to talk about the new and exciting stores and restaurants that are coming to Kingsport, and to talk about why we have so many things to be looking forward to with 2009.
Absolutely. A lot going on in Kingsport, a lot happening with your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce and here on your Kingsport Chamber Zone. But before we get to all of those great guests enjoying this fun Kingsport Chamber holiday after hours, let's take a quick run through your latest Kingsport Chamber news and highlights.
Only one news highlight for this holiday show, and guess what it might be? It's Kingsport's social event of the year and Bob's personal winter bash. Yes, it's your Kingsport Chamber's 62nd annual dinner, set to be held Friday, February 6, 2009, right here at the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. The reception begins at 6 p.m. with the dinner and fabulous program beginning at 7 p.m. The Beatles will be coming to Kingsport. The global music sensations, the Fab Four, will entertain you that night with its amazing and incredible tribute to the Beatles. Your Kingsport Chamber 62nd annual dinner is hosted by WJHL News Channel 11. Title sponsor is Eastman Chemical Company. Holston Valley Medical Center serves as entertainment sponsor. Bristol Motor Speedway serves as the associate sponsor. Eastman Credit Union serves as the concert hall and stage sponsor. And Oak Hill Memorial Park Funerals and Cremations is, what else, the reception sponsor. Kingsport's social event of the year promises to once again be a fun and entertaining evening, so don't miss it. To join the list of companies sponsoring this event or to purchase tickets, which are only $70, call your Kingsport Chamber today at 392-8800.
And as we just mentioned, business is absolutely booming here at Kingsport's MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Because so much revenue is coming to Kingsport because of MeadowView and its wonderful success, this award-winning conference resort is getting ready to undergo a major $30 million expansion and renovation.
And there's no reason for you all to listen to us tell you about it when we have the two gentlemen here who are primed to tell you all about it. And it's our hosts for the evening, Andy King and Darren Segura with the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Of course, Andy being the general manager here. Darren, you are the resort's director of sales. We were just reminiscing a little bit about Darren's first appearance on
That's
Kingsport
right,
Chamber
yeah.
Zone.
First and only person we've ever interviewed in bathrobes and pajamas, right?
So you have somewhat more professional attire on tonight. But again, thank you so much for hosting us in the holiday after hours here tonight.
Glad to do it. We're happy to have you guys.
Andy, MeadowView just has had another phenomenal 2008. It was another record-setting year for you all. You seem to buck all of the economic trends. Highlight some of the stuff that happened in 2008.
Well, we've had another great year, and it's not really one thing that's kind of kept us going, but it's a number of small groups that we've had in over the last year and a half. Lots of demand in this area. We're kind of behind the economic trend a little bit, but a lot of that is because of our friends from Eastman. They've been doing very well, of course, and that's kept us going. But our sales team, Darren and his team, have done a great job of going out to exterior markets outside of even Tennessee. We're into Lexington, Kentucky, Asheville, North Carolina, and Roanoke, Virginia, just trying to feed business out of those areas and bring it to Kingsport. So it's working out very well for us.
And of course, as you just mentioned, 2008 was a great year for MeadowView, and Darren, 2009 looks even better as you got even more business on the books. So what's the outlook for MeadowView in 2009?
It's very positive, Bob. We're very excited, chomping at the bit, basically, to get these new rooms and the new meeting space. Like Andy said, we're out and about hitting the streets, thanking our customers, our future customers, as well as our existing customers. So it's looking very bright, very positive.
And a big part of 2009, of course, Darren, will be the major expansion, the $30 million expansion and renovation project, both on the hotel side and the executive conference room. First, tell us about the hotel expansion, what we'll see there.
Well, it's started. It's moving forward very quickly. Hopefully you'll be able to see one of the new rooms, one of the model rooms we're showcasing. It has a flat panel TVs with the multimedia jack where you can plug in your laptop and do some great things. All the Marriott rooms will have that. Just very exciting to be part of that, and it should be done by August of 2009. So that's great news.
We got a tour of that room earlier, and we're thinking about booking some rooms tonight just because it looks so inviting and warm. And
forget booking rooms tonight. I'm thinking about making it my office. I'm just going to work remotely from here, I think. I don't think the firm will have a
Well, your law partners will probably enjoy that too, having you over here today.
Having me in the office, I think that would be a plus. Andy, Bob also referenced the fact that just across the way, there's this huge building going up that's going to be the Executive Conference Center. Tell us how the progress is going on that.
Progress is going great. We just had a meeting today talking about the logistics of where that's going to go. It's going to be a 2-story structure, about 30,000 square feet, 22,000 feet of meeting space. It's going to overlook the golf course, so we'll have beautiful views out there. It's going to be a tremendous ballroom, about 5,000 feet of square feet of space in the ballroom. We'll be able to accommodate about 300 people up there. And then the first floor is boardrooms that overlook the golf course, and patio that you'll be able to walk right out onto and have lunches and breaks and everything out there. February is the groundbreaking for that, and we hope to have that finished in 13 months. So by March, hopefully before the race of 2010, we'll be ready to go.
Wow.
And like everything else MeadowView does, Andy, this will be world class. It will be top of the line. Of course, you all have a track record of business success, so this really is an investment in Kingsport's future. It's great news for Kingsport. Tell us about the impact of this major expansion here at MeadowView.
We're going to be able to go out and get a different type of business, Bob. We do very well with the convention center. We have the boat show and the gun shows and the home expo shows, and those are great pieces of business for us. But this will allow us to go after a different type of business. Some of the board retreats, executive board retreats, a lot of corporate business, more high-end business, which is really a great return on investment for the city. We'll be able to take that money and return it back to the community. We bring a lot of customers from all over the world to come to MeadowView, and then they take their dollars and spend them out in the community, which is great.
Now, gentlemen, it's great to hear about the record-setting 2008, and it's exciting to talk about the $30 million expansion in 2009, but surely the thing we're most interested in is the fact that you are the host of the 62nd Annual Chamber Dinner, which is the largest one in the universe.
That's what I've heard, yes.
I think Bob knows a little bit about that.
Right.
How does it feel to be hosting that event?
We're very excited about it. I don't know who gets more nervous, me or Bob.
I'm up there, I can assure you,
But it's a great event for us, over 1,000 people for that event. It's great entertainment this year. We're very excited about that. And it's fun to watch, for me, from a hotelier, hospitality person, because we literally have 150 people here working that night to service that function. So we've got 60 servers on the floor, and we've got folks in the kitchen working very hard. It's a plated meal, so it's not, we don't just send people through the buffets and stuff. it's kind of like watching an orchestra because you put all these little pieces together. But it's a terrific event, and we're very excited about it. We're happy to host that.
And Bob's our little triangle player.
You've got a security team around me, too, as well.
We'll try to sedate you this year, Bob.
It's a medic team, not a security team.
Well, you all do a great, yeah, true. You all do a great job with that event. You do a great job with everything you do. You're truly world class. Darren, if someone wanted to book their next party or big event, conference meeting, whatever they wanted to here at MeadowView, where can they find you?
They can call us at 423-578-6600. They can visit us at MeadowViewResort.com, or the best thing is just to come on in and come take a look, see what we have to offer.
That's right. Come down and check out that new room.
Absolutely. Andy King, Darren Segura with the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Thanks for hosting the Kingsport Chamber Holiday After Hours tonight, and your Kingsport Chamber Zone here as well.
Our pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Look forward to seeing you in 2009.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking of the annual dinner, stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to have the great MCs of that event, Josh Smith and Sara Diamond with WJHL News Channel 11, right after this. Welcome back to your holiday after hours edition of the Kingsport Chamber Zone for the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center.
There's quite the party going on here, and it's just a tease for what will be the biggest party of the year in the Tri-Cities on Friday, February the 6th. We're speaking, of course, of your Kingsport Chamber 62nd Annual Dinner. Here now to tell us all about the big show are two of our favorite party people. Actually, they're just two of our favorite people in general.
Period. You don't
yes,
even have to qualify.
Everyone's favorite.
Just
We're
favorite.
speaking, of course, of the lovely Sara Diamond and the impeccable Josh Smith.
Award-winning. Lovely.
You're lovely, too.
That's what you
there
told
you
me to
go.
say,
There
right?
you go.
Award-winning news anchors with WJHL News Channel 11, and once again backed by popular demand for what seems like their 25th year, the MCs. for the
Doesn't it,
Kingsport
though?
Chamber
Doesn't
Annual
it,
Dinner.
though?
It does, but we enjoy it every year.
It seems like it lasts that long, I'm sure, doesn't it?
It used to.
Yes.
Yeah, we pared it down a little
Until
bit.
you all got on stage and we cut it down. So it's good to see both of you. Thanks
you.
for being
Thanks.
here
It's great
tonight
to
on
be here.
Kingsport
Yeah,
Chamber
great to
Zone.
be here.
And let's talk about the big show. Before we talk about the details, Josh, tell us, what is the Kingsport Chamber Annual Dinner? Why is it so much fun?
You know, Sarah alluded to the thing about the Chamber Dinner I love. It's not a bunch of speeches.
That's right.
You know,
It's not boring.
It's a night of entertainment
Right.
and kind of a reunion and a chance to meet new people, a chance to really celebrate Kingsport for sure. But there are a lot of people from Kingsport, from the outside the Kingsport area that come, and they just celebrate the region and what's good about our region.
And the success that they've had every
Yeah.
single year. It always seems like no matter what happens in the nation, whether we're in a recession or what, it always seems like the Tri-Cities region, Kingsport in particular, is always successful.
Which is one of the questions that always sticks in my mind is, how in the world does this thing stay as popular as it does? It seems to just grow every year, and of course our claim to
Right.
fame for it is that it is the largest chamber dinner in the galaxy.
Yeah.
But it does. Every year it grows in popularity.
It does, and I think it's the people. The people are what make the chamber such a successful chamber. You don't see chamber dinners like this throughout the nation. You just don't see 1,500 people gathering in one place to celebrate their town and the success they've had during the year. And the people are what make it so successful every year, year after year.
I think Bob has a little bit to do with that.
Well, just a
I think just a smidge.
Just a small part. I show
Yeah.
up that night, sit at my TV tray in the back corner of the room, where I'm always allowed. So, but a large part of the success is due to you all, Sarah and Josh,
Well,
and
thank you.
News Channel 11, of course. And Josh, another night of big entertainment is planned. So, what will folks
yeah.
see on the stage at the
Well,
Kingsport Chamber Annual Dinner?
I'm so excited about this year. You know, one thing that is amazing about it is the variety from year to year. So if you
Yes.
came last year, you were vastly entertained by a great group. This year is going to be the Fab Four. This is what I've heard is the best Beatles cover band in the country. One of the best. Hard to say the best.
Sure.
Like we're the biggest chamber dinner. Okay, they're the best Beatles cover band. And
In the universe.
We are
Yeah.
the biggest.
Now, we are the best.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And this band is going to perform some of the greatest hits, of course, in all music. some of the Beatles tunes that everybody loves.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of other surprises that no one has even told us about, but I hear it's going to be a lot of fun. But if you love sort of the music of the Beatles, you're going to love this group this year. They're going to be fantastic.
Sometimes we don't tell you those surprises until you're walking on stage.
10 minutes before we go on the air.
That there's no way we'll get you on stage if you know in advance what it is.
Right.
We are really game for anything, which that's what makes it
Which
fun.
is what makes it it's what makes it work so well.
Absolutely, that's true.
But it's like going to a concert. It is going to a concert. And an evening of entertainment. You get to dress up. You get to have great food here at MeadowView, and then just have a great show. And see a few thousand of your good friends at the same time.
Right, that's right.
And to see a few thousand of your good friends, you've got to get tickets for the show. So how do people do that, and how much are the tickets?
The tickets are $70, and you can get them at your Kingsport Chamber. And you can also call the number.
I have the number here for you.
Thank you. I don't know it by heart yet. It's
We don't know it either, so please tell us.
It's 392-8800, and of course, it's on Main Street.
I have it tattooed right here. Everyone needs it.
392-8800 on the other side.
Right here.
Oh, you just wait. That's
We
not
just
all
cover
that's
it
gonna
up,
be on
yeah.
that night.
Bob already rents out everything for sponsorship, Josh. You better be careful what you
If I can slap a
Yeah.
logo on your forehead, I would,
Look
Josh.
out,
so-
because that's going to
There's a lot of
Thanks
space.
for the tease.
And I ain't cheap.
We should thank you all for emceeing once again. And
Yeah.
News
We
Channel
love it.
11 is back in
We
its
absolutely
10th
love it.
year as the host sponsor. You all do such a great job.
Yep.
But the night would not be possible. It is a major fundraiser for the Kingsport Chamber without the
Absolutely.
big title sponsors. And Josh, tell us who some of those
That's
are
my
again.
cheat sheet once
There you
again
go.
because it's a
And
long
that's okay.
list. Well, we don't want to miss anyone because in addition to the host sponsorship by WJHL News Channel 11, a big thank you to our title sponsor, this little company you may have heard of, Eastman Chemical Company.
Just down the road,
Friends
right?
of
Just
the
down
million.
the road.
Yeah.
Phenomenal what they do every year for
Right.
the community and also for the Chamber Dinner.
Right.
The entertainment sponsor, Holston Valley Medical Center. The concert hall and stage sponsor, Eastman Credit Union. The associate sponsor, Bristol Motor Speedway, that other little thing up the road.
Yeah.
And then the reception sponsor. And I'm so glad they're the reception sponsor because it's Oak Hill Memorial Park Funerals and Cremations.
Appropriately enough.
Yeah.
Appropriately enough, it's such a party. It just may be the end of your life.
We've got it all covered. We've got a hospital. We've got
That's
a credit
right.
union. We've got a
And
funeral
a news
home.
channel
So
to report it, whatever
That's
happens.
right.
It's
Exactly.
fantastic.
Yeah.
what would be a party without Jantry Shoot, you know?
That's true. He's the animal.
Yes, sir.
He's the party animal.
So great sponsors. We love them all.
Now, Josh, you mentioned earlier that there are a few surprises in store that you all don't even know about, but word has it that the two of you all are finally going to showcase your vocal talents at the show.
I think we said
Is there
that
any
last year
truth
on the
to
Chamber
that?
Zone.
We
Is
said
it-
it for every year
Yeah.
you've been seated.
We've been saying it for the past few years.
But I think it's really true this year.
We're going to hijack this puppy.
Yeah.
And I'm warning you now, we're going to do a song.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is yet, but we're going to
Yeah,
do
we're
a
not
song.
sure what it is, or anything, but there's going to be some singing involved.
You may not know
And
until you're on stage that
people
night, right?
may be running toward the doors. We're not
They'll
sure.
be locked.
We're locked in,
Okay.
right?
We'll make
lock
sure there
them
are
in.
bars
I
in the
like that.
hallway in case they're needed. So.
If it gets, some more people to come out to the Chamber Dinner, I'm happy to do it.
That's
So-
right.
I'm always about the two of you singing and entertaining. That may be the
Yeah.
problem. We
Thank
haven't heard
you.
from anyone else. So.
Oh, good grief. May get a few people to pay tickets to not hear us sing.
Yeah,
right.
they'll come up and just say, "Please, here's some money. Stop singing."
Laura and I are used to getting requests on what not to do on the show, so we can feel your pain. So, yes.
Absolutely.
Well, Josh Smith and Sara Diamond with News Channel 11, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you for
tonight.
having
Thank you
us.
again for coming back again by popular demand for emceeing the
Anytime.
Kingsport Chamber Annual Dinner. You do a great job, and every year everybody keeps
Thank
saying,
you.
have those two back. If you do nothing else, even if you don't have dinner, have those two back. So thank you
I
so
just
much.
want my own cable show. I love this.
We could do
It's like a party.
show. Yeah.
We were going to let you all do the interview tonight.
We could do that.
Make that happen. Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Good to see you all.
Stay tuned because when we come back, you're going to find out just why Kingsport has so much to celebrate at the upcoming annual dinner.
And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone, on location from the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, and your Kingsport Chambers Holiday After Hours. And there's quite the party going on behind us. We thought it was because we were taping our show here, but we were quickly
Sadly mistaken.
corrected. Yes.
Yeah. People put us in our place.
Yes, they do, all the time. But there are a lot of people here and a lot of reasons to celebrate. One, it's the holidays. Two, we're at MeadowView. But the big reason is because there's so much that's happened in Kingsport this past year.
We do have a lot to be thankful for here in Kingsport, and who better to tell us all about it would be your resident Kingsport expert, and that would be Jeff Fleming, who is Assistant City Manager of Kingsport. Jeff, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, we couldn't celebrate all of the great things going on in Kingsport without having your Chamber's CEO, Miles Verdine, on the show as well. Miles, thanks for being here. Happy holidays to both of you all.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you.
Jeff, let's get right down to it. Kingsport is ahead of where it was last year in its retail sales, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty good season for us. So why don't you highlight the retail sales for us, and also if you could give us maybe a snapshot of maybe some of the stores and restaurants that are coming to Kingsport.
Okay, we've had a great year. In many respects, the stores that we had expected to begin producing last year have finally really started to come. The flow has come on into to the sales tax collections now, and so we expect that to continue on. But the thing is, many places are going negative, and so at a time when many other places are either flat or declining, we're seeing 10% gains, which is unheard of. And so we're very thankful for that, but we're also cautious to understand that we're not immune to the national economy. And so we can't always bank on double-digit increases every year. But we're very grateful for where we are.
We should enjoy them while we have them.
We should enjoy them, yes, we should, very much.
And Jeff, what's the latest news with the $45 million enhancement renovation of the Kingsport Town Center, formerly Fort Henry Mall?
Exactly. We are staying in very close contact with those developers, and of course they are facing the same issues that the national finance market is facing. But we have done everything that we can do to make sure that they're ready to break ground after the first of the year. They tell us that they are still in a position to do that, and so we're eagerly awaiting that first shovel of dirt to turn.
And people are always excited about what's happening with downtown. So what's the latest buzz there?
Downtown's still happening. There's lots of events going on with the holidays coming up. This weekend's a big weekend in downtown Kingsport. There is a merchants open house and the tree lighting ceremony. We're still seeing restaurants and lofts. Probably the most pressing issue is we just did an amendment to the downtown redevelopment district, which will provide an ongoing funding source to assist small businesses in downtown. And so it's a very progressive move on behalf of our city, and I'm just proud of our elected leaders that they're willing to take a step forward in such trying times.
We love growth.
Absolutely, and a lot of growth seen at Eastone Commons and Kingsport Pavilion. Jeff, Best Buy set to open next year. What else is new on the retail
Best Buy is
front?
scheduled to open in June of next year. Of course, Decorators Warehouse just opened just before Thanksgiving. And we hope that some restaurants will make some decisions soon. But again, it's not necessarily a problem with Kingsport. Nationwide, many restaurants are just holding off right now because of the situation. So we're hopeful that we'll see some open. But the good news is that the ones that we do have are doing great business right now. And so that sends good, positive, strong messages to developers who are interested in developing here.
Miles, great news on several fronts in Kingsport. We just highlighted a little earlier on the show about the $30 million expansion and renovation to the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. This is great news for Kingsport. Tell us about what this means for the Kingsport community.
Well, thank you, Bob. And I guess first of all, I'd like to think back to what it was like back in the late 90s when decisions were being made, considerations were being given to building this wonderful facility. The leaders at that time took a great risk. It was a calculated risk, but it was one that took a lot of courage. And I was thinking earlier today, as preparing for this opportunity to talk with you guys, about what would have happened if we decided not to build this facility. Where would we be if we had not built this facility? So I did a little research, and I've got it right here. I want to read a few numbers to you. Do you know, now this is in the MeadowView area, and these numbers, this particular number is not one that's speculative. It's not one that has a multiplier. This is a direct number taken directly from the tax rolls of Sullivan County. From 1998 to 2006, there was $60.3 million of private investment in the MeadowView area. $60.3 million.
Wow.
Now compare that to the fact that we spent about $20 million to build this very facility. $20 million spent, $60 million in return. Now that's a remarkable return on investment.
And my 401k doesn't do anything like that right now.
Mine doesn't either.
Yeah.
Well, I wish it did. So. A couple other numbers I think that are worth noting. $1.7 $7 million in city and county property taxes are paid per year in the MeadowView area. Over 500,000 square feet of office space now in the MeadowView area. Hundreds of jobs, many in the medical field, and those people that have those jobs, they buy homes here, they shop here, they spend their money here, they pay taxes here. It's just been a remarkable story. MeadowView itself, now this is the building I'm talking about. Earlier I was talking about the MeadowView area. The MeadowView building itself, in the past 12 years, has paid $112 million, has had $112 million in total sales, $10.6 million in sales taxes paid, $3 million in hotels taxes paid directly to the city, for a $240 million economic impact, and over 150 employees right here in this facility. Truly a remarkable story.
Right.
And now, today, as you announced, we're talking about the addition of more rooms, the addition of an executive conference center. Think about what that's going to mean to this community. More tax, more investment, more progress for our community.
It's undoubtedly just a great thing, something for Kingsport to be proud of. And as we mentioned, 2008, it was just a year of staggering growth for Kingsport and a lot of exciting things. If I had you to get out your crystal ball and look into it and tell us what you think is going to happen for 2009, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my father used to say, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, that I'm an optimist because I choose to be. And you would expect the chamber guy to say that. But quite frankly, we are well positioned to do very well in the future. It is true that we have a skittish economy. However, Kingsport is well positioned. Think about all the things that we've got. Wonderful climate, wonderful citizens, great workforce. We are investing in ourselves. That's probably the most important thing. So we are well positioned. We're doing the right things. Look what you're seeing around our community right now with the Higher Ed Center, with the fact we're going to be building a new aquatic center. Wonderful quality of life. So we're in great position. We're doing the right things in order to make progress in the future. And what's most important is that we not take a step back and wonder if we're doing the right thing. I promise you we are doing the right thing. We're going to continue to make progress if we continue to do what we've been doing in the past.
That's great.
And Miles, a large part of that success is due to the great leadership in the city and wonderful people and leaders like Jeff Fleming and all that the city leaders are doing to move this community forward.
Thank you for reminding me I needed to say that. Our board of mayor and aldermen, simply stated, has been exceptional. Their leadership, their willingness to take a few risks, calculated risks, but they are certainly, the things that they are doing are not without evaluation, with a good study behind each one of them, using consultants. They're making the right decisions, they're going forward, and I see nothing but a very, very bright future for our wonderful city of Kingsport.
Well, Jeff Fleming, our resident Kingsport Chamber Zone expert on all things Kingsport, and with the City of Kingsport, and Miles Burdine, the President and CEO of the Kingsport Chamber. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Congrats on all that's happening in Kingsport. We look forward to an even greater 2009.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay tuned because Bob and I will send you off with our holiday wishes. So come back and let us conclude this holiday edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone.
And we want to thank you for joining us on this holiday edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone. We want to thank the absolutely world-class team here at the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center for hosting the show tonight and for hosting your Kingsport Chamber Holiday After Hours. Of course, we want to thank the great team at Charter Media for producing our show. Our show's producer and director, Conrad Kasem, is the pianist tonight, doing a lovely job.
Yes, indeed, he is. A round of applause. We also want to thank our show sponsors, Eastman Chemical Company and Eastman Credit Union.
And one more time, the MeadowView Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center and your law firm of Hunter, Smith & Davis. And for all of us with your Kingsport Chamber and your Kingsport Chamber during this holiday season.
Wait a minute. We got to remind everybody, we've got one more big event coming up. Don't forget. How could you forget?
I know
We've got the Chamber 62nd Annual Dinner that's coming up on Friday, February the 6th, 2009. For more information, please call 392-8800. You can go to the Chamber's website or just watch us because I'm sure at some show in 2009 we're going to talk about the Chamber's
We'll probably
Annual
mention it a time or two again. I thought we talked about it so much on this show I'd already forgotten about it.
And we do have one more reminder as well.
Yes, we do.
Our own Bob Fegans has a birthday coming up. And so not only do we have a great crowd here to wish you a happy happy holidays, but we also have a great crowd here. Who wants to serenade Bob? Conrad? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bob. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, that wasn't in the script, so. But thank you all very much. That was very nice. Good way to end the show.
Yes.
And we are Bob and Laura. And again, for all of us with your Kingsport Chamber and your Kingsport Chamber Zone during this holiday season, we remind you to be loyal.
And buy local.
And for all of us with your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce, Happy Holidays!